Let's be honest for a moment. Nobody likes criticism. It hurts more than people admit. It hits your ego, shakes your confidence, and makes you question your decisions, your abilities, and sometimes even your worth as a person. For most people, criticism becomes the exact moment they slow down, hesitate, or completely stop trying. One comment, one opinion, one moment of doubt is often all it takes to derail years of potential. But what if I told you that criticism isn't a thing holding you back at all? What if it's actually the very thing that can push you further than you ever imagined, if you learn how to use it correctly? Every successful person you admire has faced criticism. Every entrepreneur, athlete, artist, creator, and leader you look up to has been doubted, judged, laughed at, and questioned. Some were criticized publicly in front of millions. Some were attacked quietly by people close to them, people whose opinions mattered the most. And the difference between those who failed and those who rose wasn't talent, luck, intelligence, or background. It was how they responded when negativity showed up at their door. Most people hear criticism and internalize it. They don't just hear the words, they absorb them. They let criticism turn into an identity. I'm not good enough. I'm not smart enough. Maybe they're right about me. And the moment those thoughts settle into the mind, progress slows. Dreams get delayed. Confidence fades quietly. Potential stays locked away, unused. Not because they weren't capable, but because they trusted someone else's opinion more than their own ability to grow and improve. But successful people hear criticism differently. They don't see it as a final judgment on who they are or what they're capable of becoming. They see it as information, as data, as something to examine, not something to surrender to. They understand that criticism is feedback, even when it's poorly delivered, emotional, or unfair. Sometimes it points out a real weakness you need to fix. Sometimes it reveals fear, jealousy, or insecurity in the person criticizing you. And sometimes it's simply proof that you're doing something bold enough to get noticed. Think about this carefully. Nobody criticizes someone who plays it safe. Nobody attacks someone who stays invisible. Nobody doubts someone who never tries. Criticism usually shows up when you step outside your comfort zone and start doing something different. And that discomfort you feel in those moments is exactly where growth begins. If you're being criticized, it often means you're moving forward, not backward. Here's the mindset shift that changes everything. Instead of asking, "Why are they doubting me?" ask, "How can I use this to get better?" That single question transforms negativity into fuel. It takes power away from the critic and gives it back to you. It puts you back in control of your direction, your effort, and your future. Some criticism is genuinely valuable. Take it seriously. Analyze it calmly instead of emotionally. Improve your skills. Adjust your approach. Sharpen your discipline. This is how you level up faster than people who ignore feedback completely. Growth doesn't come from praise alone. Praise feels good, but refinement comes from challenge. But not all criticism deserves your attention. Some of it is just noise. Some of it is projection. Some of it is insecurity disguised as advice. And one of the biggest mistakes people make is treating every opinion as equal. It's not. Learn to separate useful feedback from emotional negativity. Learn whose voices matter and whose voices don't. Not everyone deserves access to your confidence. The most dangerous form of criticism isn't what others say to you. It's what you start saying to yourself after hearing it. That inner voice can slowly destroy your confidence, or it can strengthen your resolve. It can convince you to quit, or it can push you to work harder. You get to decide which one it becomes. So instead of letting criticism weaken you, let it harden you. Use it as motivation to work when others quit. Use it as energy when you feel tired, unmotivated, or discouraged. Use it as energy when you feel tired, unmotivated, or discouraged. Every doubt someone throws at you is an opportunity to prove something not to them, but to yourself. History is full of people who were told they weren't good enough. Too slow, too poor, too inexperienced, too unrealistic, too ambitious, and yet they succeeded. Not because they avoided criticism, but because they refused to let it define who they would become. Remember this clearly and never forget it. Criticism doesn't stop dreams. Quitting does. You don't need everyone to believe in you. You don't need universal approval. What you need is discipline, consistency, self-belief. and the ability to turn resistance into momentum when things get uncomfortable. So the next time someone doubts you, criticizes you, or tries to tear you down, don't get bitter. Get better. Don't pause. Accelerate. Let their negativity become the fire that pushes you forward. Because when you truly master the skill of turning criticism into fuel, nothing can stop you. Not doubt, not fear, and definitely not other people's opinions. If this message resonated with you, hit like, subscribe, and comment below what's the best criticism you've ever received, and how did it make you stronger. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one, because your success story is written by how you rise, not by what they say.